What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts requested. Today, we're going to be getting into a very exciting video as we get back into the requested series, looking at tracks that you guys do request in the comment sections down below. We've had this series on hold for a little while, mainly focusing on live stream content, but I'm very excited to get into this today. A track that has been very heavily requested on the channel for a couple of months now, the sounds of Oxlade with Pay Me. This is the visualizer, and I'm very excited to get into it. As always, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. And, of course, please make sure if you have any requests, you are getting them in via the comment section down below. But without further ado, let's jump into this one. The sounds of Oxlade with Pay Me.
Oxlade, how could you do this to me? Who is Fumi? Like,
straight in.
Is this what I mean to you? I get to find out about a Fumi online after telling me you love me? Is this what it has come
Drums
to?
are lovely.
Is this...
Even that little kind of curling melody on the guitar sounds sweet.
You know what? Forget about it.
Right, straight from the off then. This is what I kind of like about Oxlade, man. I like the fact that he's not afraid to kind of act outside the box in regards to kind of how his tracks come together, his sort of arrangements, things like that. This already feels a little bit unusual in the way it's been composed. The video looks really fun though, so far. Again, I'm looking forward to hearing the tune. The drums sound very, very clean. The guitar plucks sound really nice over the intro. Obviously, that kind of phone message going over the top as well, adding a kind of eerie nature to what's going on. Let's see where we end up.
How do you feel why your love straight into my eyes?
Woo! Vocals are silly.
Out of all of the ladies, I choose you, I don't think I'm twice.
That vocal range, are you crazy? Woo! Now, calm down, calm down just for a second. Oxlade, bro, crazy. I'm loving the harmonies we're getting on the vocals on this one. Again, giving it a very kind of angelic, very otherworldly kind of feel in the way he's stacking those vocals on top of each other. Loving the fact we're getting the kind of female vocals in the background as well. It does give it this very kind of choral, choir-esque theme. And again, the video's really nice. I'm enjoying the fact it's pretty much just a one-shot. He's wearing this kind of black robe. And it has this kind of unusual feel to it, which works really nicely. The switch-ups in the vocals as well, sounding absolutely crazy. A real display of vocal talent on this one. Crazy. The range this guy is able to hit is absolutely crazy, man. I love the fact that he's really not afraid to push those upper-ended vocals either. We always get this really nice, again, angelic sort of sound. It does sound like it's, again, very otherworldly. It's a descriptive phrase I'm using quite often with this one, but it feels very outside the box. Maybe not necessarily for Oxlade, but just in general, the way he's utilizing those higher-ended vocals and the way they're stacking up on top of each other. They've got a very kind of epic, almost big room feel to them, and it sounds fantastic, man. Again, the instrumental quite simple. Those drums very kind of focused around sort of clean percussive stabs, and a very kind of simple rhythm which is working throughout the heart of the tune, and it gives Oxlade the space, I feel, to really utilize that vocal range. Really, really clean so far. That range, are you mad? Just listening through the low end as well, you've got the bass line rolling from underneath, which is very subtle in the way it's designed. Again, this tune's quite clearly designed to show off Oxlade's vocal range. There's no getting away from that. He sounds so clean over this. Again, the utilizing of those more sort of rattling, sort of high-ended pitches that we're getting him to kind of vocalize and sort of harmonize with sounds fantastic. But the bass line below, I really like because it isn't too intrusive. It's pretty much just going like underneath, just giving the low end like a little bit of kind of shielding, a little bit of bounce, and it means when we do kind of switch off from those Oxlade vocals, you can kind of zone in and there are still things going on in the lower end. It's a really nice arrangement so far. Woo! Solo's lovely. I love the subtitle as well. Woo! Clean, man. Again, those extra guitar notes in there, just the string notes in general. I don't necessarily know if it is an electric guitar, but in general, I really like the fact that we are getting all of these different kind of melodies going on. You've got the kind of higher-ended melodies which are coming from Oxlade vocal, but then those string lines throughout the middle, crazy. Such a cool kind of electric-sounding melody running throughout the heart of the tune, giving the entire thing this very kind of freestyle-y kind of feel. And it does feel there are certain points on the vocal where Oxlade's gone, you know what, let's just try something a bit different. And I think that's a theme we're getting throughout the heart of this. It does feel very free, very kind of boundaryless. It feels like it very much an expressive episode from Oxlade.
Mama, you don't catch me, you don't bash me. I be like zombie on the low key. You don't mod me, you don't boss me. Mama, casala, don't boss. Mama, you don't catch me, you don't catch me. I be like zombie on the low key. You don't catch me, you don't catch me.
Obviously, there are a lot of very talented vocalists in this scene right now. Oxlade's got to be one of the more sort of expansive vocalists and someone who's nearer the top when it comes to range, at least. The kind of power he's able to project through the higher-ended melodies on this is absolutely crazy. I love the fact that we are getting such a wide spectrum of vocals as well. Like, he's not sticking to one set of notation. He's taking the same lyrics and kind of switching them around. The entire approach to this feels like it's constantly growing and shifting and changing, which I really think, from a listener's perspective, always adds an extra dash of juice to it. You know, you never know where it's going to turn next, which I absolutely love.
Casala, don't pause. Do I really ask you, baby? How do you feel when you look straight into my eyes?
The video is interesting as well, man. The fact the video is so heavily focused around this like one shot, pretty much the whole thing seems like it's been shot in like the course of an hour. It doesn't seem like a super high budget video. It might be, and I might be getting entirely wrong because it is only a visualizer rather than an official music video. But this is the visual that people seem to be streaming towards for this tune. Now, it came out quite a while ago. I know I'm quite late to the party on this one. Came out in September. But yeah, it's sounding crazy, man. I'm loving the approach. I'm loving the layout. I think Oxlade's doing a fantastic job of really showcasing that widened vocal range. And overall, again, it's a wicked display for him. He's had a fantastic year, I've got to say, Oxlade. The amount of bangers we've heard, it's been so consistent as well. I probably should have nominated him for the underrated category on the Just Vibes Music Awards. If you haven't checked them out, go and check them out on Just Vibes channel. It was great fun. Even that though, the little use of reverberation on the vocal in the background really does give this one an extra dash of juice, man. I love the fact that he's been so experimental with the vocal, allowed it to kind of hit all these different places. I know I'm talking a lot about the vocal because the instrumental, to be honest with you, has been stripped back the entire way through. You've literally got that bass line, you've got the percussive layers, and you've got that sort of string line running throughout the middle. But apart from that, that's it. Like, realistically, it's a very stripped-back instrumental. The majority of the melodic influence and harmonic structure on this tune is coming from Oxlade's vocals, which sound absolutely fantastic.
I don't know, baby, you're more. I don't know, because it don't go, baby, to the break your heart. If it's a baby, and it don't go, baby, to punk you.
Super smooth bass line underneath as well.
And it don't go, baby.
Again, the bass line almost reminds me a little bit of like a Lovers Rock kind of bass line. Literally those kind of plucked pieces of notation, like the sort of tripleted bass notation does kind of give off a similar vibe to a lot of kind of more System Culture based stuff, which is really cool. Again, the sort of experimentation with the low end, and I think it does definitely give Oxlade more room to play with the vocal. What we're going to do then is we'll let this one finish out, and then we will give our final breakdown at the end. Well, there we go. Fantastic stuff. The sounds of Oxlade on that one. Pay Me. The video is pretty cool. Again, all been shot realistically, it looks like it's been shot in one day. Shot by Manny. A very nice visualizer to accompany a very cool tune. Again, Oxlade showing off an incredible vocal range. The highlights of this one for me, definitely the fact he's able to kind of string that vocal mastery into so many different directions. And then obviously on top of that as well, the bass line underneath, very smooth. The solos running throughout the heart of the melodies as well. Very, very clean. And overall, another solid addition to Oxlade's 2020 2021 catalogue. So there we go. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this technical analysis and musical breakdown. If you did, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.